Hey guys, Caleb here, for Fridays. Sorry that my video's, being posted later than it normally has been, but, I had to work this Friday, so, I'm really tired now. I have a sunburn, you can see it on my nose right now. Yes, anyways, speaking of work, this week's topic is, being transgendered in school or the workplace. So, yeah. I have been attending like college for a couple years now, um, and I've been trans the whole time I was in college. I didn't know I was trans in high school until like the very end of my senior year. It's kind of like when I realized it and started pursuing it, and only then a couple of my friends, I asked them to call me he and stuff. So yeah, but in college, my name is obviously a girl's name, and I have a large chest. So there, I didn't even really try to ask to be called Caleb or he. There's a couple times I did, but then I have for my program I have so many of the same teachers that they already knew me as one thing, and then I started hormones, and I was like, no, but really, you should call me this, and they just couldn't get it, so I just gave up, and I didn't care anyways, because it's not like I'm ever gonna see those people again, like my classmates and teachers. I'm not gonna be going back there, so I don't care. So that's, I don't really know what else to say to that. Like, there were some people that called me and stuff, because I was in, it was the GLOW Alliance at Fulton Montgomery Community College, and GLOW stands for gay, lesbian, or whomever, and it's like the gay straight alliance or whatever, and we spoke for LGBTQ people on campus, I guess, did events and things, and they're all really understanding, called me he and stuff. But I just never really tried for the college thing, for it to be called like he and Caleb. And I don't know. I'm just really like, how do I explain it? Like things don't bother me like that. Like, obviously, I'm gonna be misgendered because of how I look and sounded, at least. Because even now with a really deep voice, like I pass 100% on the phone, but in in person, not so much. Maybe like for like how you can see me now from like here up, but below that it's really still feminine. My endocrinologist is actually surprised that I don't pass like all the time, so whatever. But yeah, that's my school part. I am currently working, as I said earlier, a summer job. So I'm only there for 3 months. And last year, I started last summer. It was my first summer. This is my second summer. And it's not like working for a retailer, corporation, or even a company, really. It's called the Weeds Program, is what everyone refers to it. It's in a small town up in the mountains, on a lake, on a boat. 30 years ago they started it, and it's just been going ever since. So there's like, we have, like, it's run through the town, so like the town pays us and everything and reimburse us for like if we have to go get stuff for the boat or the harvester, because we pull up weeds. Like, it's called Eurasian milfoil. Look it up. It's bad. Don't spread it. But there, it's a big engine that sucks stuff up, and we always need to buy stuff for the boat so we can fix things or make things easier on us to clean things. So the one guy who is like kind of in charge of it, he's like our boss. He he makes sure we're doing our job and everything's right. He doesn't ever go out on the boat with us. He's never stepped foot on the harvester, is what we call it. But he'll take his little pontoon boat and come up next to us and ask us, what we're doing. Or when we get back to shore, he asks us how we're doing. Sometimes he's there when we get on the boat. Just recap things, I guess. I think he makes like $800 doing that. I think he might do it for free. I'm not sure. It's really he does it for the politics. But then there's 2 teams made up of 3 people. There's the morning crew and the afternoon crew. I'm on the afternoon crew because there's no way I'm getting up in the mornings. So it's me, one of my best friends, and then last year it was a guy that we didn't know. And, I'll kind of tell you about that. And this year, it's a kid that we went to high school with that's about 3 years younger than us. 3 or 4. Yeah. And then the morning crew, there's a couple older guys that do that. That like to get up in the morning, I don't know. Whoa. Easy hair. But, so last year, I was pretty, I had a really feminine voice, I think, bigger chest. I wear one of my loose binders, so it works more like a sports bra rather than a binder now, because it accidentally got put in the dryer a couple times. Oops. And, I think he only referred to me as he, because that's what my friend would say, and I introduced myself as Caleb to them. Well, actually, my other best friend actually got me and the friend I work with now that job, and when she talked to the boss about hiring us, she said Caleb and he, so he's really confused about it all, but I'll get to that in a second. So the guy last year just kind of went with it, and this year, the guy I went to high school with, he sometimes he slips up and says she, but I didn't explain to him that I'm trans or anything, but everybody else says he and Caleb, so he just went with it. He's a really nice guy, and he doesn't care. He doesn't really care about that stuff, so it's good. Morning guys. The one guy is my best friend's father. He calls me he and Caleb, but the other 2 guys are really confused, and they go with she because it was really feminine last year, and that's how they met me. But I haven't corrected them. It doesn't bug me. I didn't correct them. And then our boss, this is fun. I think he was confused last year. Obviously feminine, but Caleb, and he, male pronouns is how I was being referred to. Oh, excuse me. And he has to see my license, and he's like, "Oh, your name's Kayla," and I was like, "Well, legally, yeah, but I like being called Caleb, and male pronouns." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And he's an older gentleman, so he's like 60 something, but he can be a pretty nice guy, or he is a nice guy. Sometimes he can be a douche, but he's a nice guy. So from there, male pronouns, Caleb. This year, I had to get reimbursed for driving to get one of our motors fixed. So I just get money for gas, pretty much. And on the voucher, I had to write my legal name. I sign it with my legal name. And he's been calling me Caleb. And wow, he made a phone number list so we all have numbers and stuff. And he put Caleb on there. He spelled it wrong, but that's okay. I don't mind. And he looked at the voucher. This just happened today. He looked at the voucher and he was like, "Oh, I gotta apologize." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I've been calling you Caleb. I'm sorry." And I was like, "Oh no, Caleb's my legal name, but I go by Caleb. I'm gonna be changing it soon, so don't worry about it." And he was like, "Oh, okay, good." So, he's still a little confused. He avoids pronouns now, but I don't just go straight out and be like, "Yo, I'm trans. Here, this." I'm not stealth. I said that before. I'm not stealth. But I don't see where I have to tell you straight out. If you want to know, you can ask. That's how I feel. Yeah. So this is a pretty long video. I'm not going to edit it this time. Sorry, no editing for this whole thing. But I'm so tired, and I just need to lay down now. So, that's what happened to me. You know, I just go with the flow of things. I'm not super, like, upset, like, you gotta call me he, even though I look, you know, like, I'm just not gonna get mad about it. I don't care. It's gonna happen someday. Someday I'm going to pass incredibly well. I just gotta wait. And, you know, that's starting to happen, so it's really doesn't bug me that much. And I feel awkward correcting people anyways, but, so, yeah, that's that. Everybody, have a nice weekend, and you get to see my face next week, on Friday. Yeah!